Okay, in this video, I am going to explain the 3 options you have for your final project. This project is worth 10% of your grade for the year, so it's very important that you follow all of the directions in the rubrics and listen to this video very closely and try your best. So the project is going to be based on the book you read. If you read Rules, Mockingbird, Out of My Mind, or After Ever After, and you get to choose one of these 3 projects below that I'm going to explain now. So the first type of project has to do with songs. So what you're going to do is you are going to choose at least 10 songs that connect to the plot, theme, events, or characters in your story. You're going to provide a 1-paragraph explanation that's at least 8 sentences for each song, and that paragraph is going to explain how the lyrics of the song connect to the novel you read. You're going to have to use specific text evidence and quotes from the song, as well as the book, to prove and support the connection you make. So you're going to pick 10 songs. The whole entire song doesn't have to relate to your book. You'll be pulling out lyrics that relate to your book in some way. So let me show you what you'll be doing. You'll have a Google Doc like this. So this example is about Out of My Mind, the book Out of My Mind. So the first song that I would choose would be Mean by Taylor Swift. And then I put the link to the lyric video here. The next step is to copy and paste the lyrics and then highlight the parts that connect to the story that you read. So I did that. Then each song has to have a paragraph explanation, a strong paragraph that shows how it relates to the story that you read. So I said here, Mean by Taylor Swift connects to the book Out of My Mind. In Out of My Mind, there are 2 girls named Molly and Claire that make fun of Melody, a girl with cerebral palsy who cannot walk, talk, or write. They think she is stupid and tease her friend. They think she's stupid and tease her friend Rose for hanging out with her. They don't want her to get on the Whiz Kids team with them because they don't believe in her abilities. However, Melody gets a device that allows her to communicate for the first time, and they realize that they underestimated her. In the song, it said, "Words like knives." This connects to the book because Molly and Claire both said mean things to Melody, such as, "She can't hang out with us because she's from the retard room." In addition, the lyrics "and a liar" connect with the story because once Melody starts doing well on the team, Claire pretends to be her friend and lies to a reporter about how she has treated Melody. So that is an example of what you'll do for the song one. You'll do this 10 times. So the song I picked was Mean. I put the link to the song. I copied and pasted the lyrics and then went through and read the lyrics, highlighted the parts that connected, and then wrote a strong paragraph. This is not a small, tiny paragraph. It is a big paragraph that explains how the song connects to the book and gives information from the book. Basically, when I wrote that, I acted like the person reading it has never read the book before, and I had to explain. So this is what it will look like. You'll watch this link that explains how to add links to Google Docs. And then you'll have these boxes where you put your song name, who it's by, and the link to your song, the highlighted lyrics that you copied and pasted, and highlight the parts that connect, and the explanation paragraph. So what we're going to look at now for this project is the rubrics. So when you're looking at the rubrics, you want to look at this column. So on your paper, you're going to look at the column on the very left because that means you got full points. Now each project's out of 50 points. So we're going to talk about what you need to do in order to get 5 points in each section. So let's go through that now. So for song choice, you'll get 5 points if you do this. Student chose at least 10 school-appropriate clean songs that connected to the plot, theme, events, and/or characters in their story. Student listed each song's title and artist. So you have to have 10 songs to get the full points. They have to be clean songs. So you could look up the lyrics if your song happens to have a swear word in it. Look up the song's name and then clean lyrics. Okay, second part for 5 points. Student provided a YouTube link to the lyric videos for each song. I don't want the actual music video. I want you to find lyric videos. So that's 5 points. Another 5 points if you provided a 1-paragraph response for each song that explained and supported the connection to the novel. It has to explain how the song connects. You get 5 points if each paragraph has at least 8 sentences. It is clear that the student tried their best and put effort into their project. You get 5 points for having citations or quotes in your explanation paragraphs. So each paragraph contained a quote from the book with the page number and or the song to show the connection between the two. 5 points for highlighted lyrics. Student copied and pasted the lyrics in their Google Doc and highlighted examples of connections to their book. You also get 5 points for capitalization. You have to have no capitalization errors to get 5 points. You get 3 points if there are 1 to 2 capitalization errors. You get 1 point if there are 3 to 5 capitalization errors, and if there are more than that, you get 0 for that section. Usage, so 5 points if you edited for usage and your writing makes sense. 3 points if there are a few usage errors, but most of the writing makes sense. If you have 3 to 5 examples of grammar and usage errors, you only get 1 point. And then if there are so many that it distracts from your work, you get 0. Same thing with punctuation and spelling. If you have no punctuation errors, you get 5 points. And then 1 to 2 errors is 3. 3 to 5 is 1 point. And more than that is 0. And the exact same thing with spelling. 5 points, then 3, then 1, then 0. So it's very important. CUPS is 20 points out of the 50 points for your project. So it's very important that you edit. You could have a friend edit or your parents or whoever you live with read it over and help you check for mistakes. Okay, so that is the song project. The next thing you could do if you don't want to do the song project is to create a poster, collage, or painting with at least 10 symbols to describe the plot of your story, a character in your book, or a theme of your book. You can draw the symbols, print out pictures, or create this on Google Slides or another online platform. You'll provide a 1-paragraph explanation, at least 8 sentences, for each symbol that explains how it connects to your book, the book you read. Provide text evidence and quotes from the book to support your response. Okay, so it's this one, instead of songs, it's about symbols. So you're going to create some sort of artwork, either a painting, poster, or collage. So let me show you. So this is what symbolism means. So I put this picture here to give you an example. So let's say this is my painting that I turn in at the end. It has symbolism. For example, the snake here could represent deceit and lies. If you have a character in your book that lies, you could put a snake. The flowers could represent growth or change. So if you have a character who went through growth and change, you could put flowers, that kind of stuff. But I want you to think of your own symbols. I'm just doing this for example. The heart could represent love. The tree could represent like branching out and trying new things. And the sky in the back can symbolize hope because it's a blue sky. There's hope for what is to come. So let's say I do a painting and there's some storm clouds in it. So for my writing part of it, I would put symbol storm cloud. And here's my explanation paragraph for the storm cloud. This one's about, not Drums Girls, After Ever After. So I said, I chose a storm cloud to represent Tad's attitude at the beginning of the story. Tad feels bitter and angry at the world around him due to his experience with childhood cancer. This negative, pessimistic attitude has led to Ted having only one friend, Jeffrey. For example, when another classmate talks about her struggles, he mocks her, accusing her of complaining about problems that are way less serious than what he has gone through in life. On page 124, it said, and another time, I was supposed to have swimming in gym, but it was the day of a dance and I had gotten my hair all done already. What am I going to do? Chlorine is like the kryptonite of hair. In addition, over the past few years, Tad has pushed people away and snapped at people that could have been his friends, such as Brianna. The storm cloud represents this meanness and negativity. When Brianna asked why he walked funny, Tad snapped at her and called her Zitzilla. In conclusion, Jeffrey's pessimistic attitude can be represented by a storm cloud because a storm cloud is dark and the thunder is like Tad erupting in angry outbursts. So I chose a storm cloud because to me it represented Tad's attitude. That's what you'll do for each of your symbols. So you'll have 10 symbols in your artwork somewhere. If you did the artwork online, you'll need to put the link here. If you had a painting, you'll have to turn it into me. But you'll say what your symbol is, and then you'll do an explanation paragraph like I did. Do you see how much information this contains? Make sure that you're trying your best and really proving to me how the symbol connects to your book. Okay, now let's look at the rubric for this project. Again, it's out of 50 points if you choose this project. You get 5 points for your art. So we're only going to look at the left column because that's what matters, is getting all of the points. Student created a poster, collage, or painting for their project, either online or by hand, and they turned it into the teacher. That's 5 points. You get 5 points if your art contained at least 10 symbols that represented a character, theme, or event in your story. You have to have 10 symbols to get full points. You get 5 points for your explanation paragraphs, just like the previous project. You have to have a 1-paragraph response for each symbol that explains and supports the connection. Each paragraph has to have at least 8 sentences. That's 5 points. Same thing with the above project. Each paragraph has to have a quote from the book with a page number to show why the symbol was chosen. You have to have a quote from the book with a page number to show why the symbol was chosen. You get 5 points for neatness and effort, so your artwork should be neat. It should be apparent that you put your effort into the project and tried your best. And then it's the exact same thing as the project above. You get 5 points for capitalization, 5 points for usage, punctuation, and spelling, for a total of 20 points for cups. 20 out of the 50 points are cups. So you need to make sure you're checking. You can't have any capitalization, usage, punctuation, or spelling errors to get the full points. Okay, so that is project 2, the symbolism project. Let's talk about project 3. The last option you have is to create a book trailer video for your book using the app CapCut to edit it. You have to have a phone in order to do this, or a tablet. So book trailers are basically previews of the book that give background information about the plot and characters without giving away the ending. You will come up with a script, you'll add voiceover clips, you'll put images, put background music, you're going to record your video, you'll add animations and transitions, or you could create digital art online, such as cartoons. If you want to make an animated cartoon for your book trailer, you can do that, or you can find pictures on the internet or record scenes. So you're going to watch a video that explains how to use CapCut. You're going to watch some videos that show what I'm expecting as far as the book trailer. And when you make your book trailer, it should be 1 to 3 minutes long. So no longer than 3 minutes and no shorter than 1 minute. So I'll show you what you'll be doing for this. Okay. So for the book trailer project, the first step is you're going to watch some example videos. So it says, first, click these links to watch some examples of book trailers. Make your Chromebook split screen so you can take notes below. So you're going to see an example book trailer for the book Wonder, Hugo, Hatchet, and the book Refugee. And as you're watching, you're going to be answering. You need at least 5 bullet points. I only have 4 here. Let me add one. You need at least 5 bullet points to answer. What do you notice about these book trailers, and what would you like to include from these examples in your own video? That you get points for this. Next, you are going to read these tips about how to create a successful book trailer. So you're going to think about your book trailer as a commercial for your book. You're not going to put small details from the story. You're only going to talk about the main character, setting, and problem. You'll read the back of your book, the blurb, for help. You want to think of how you want to communicate with the audience. Are you going to have text on the screen? Are you going to use text to speech? Are you going to do a voiceover where you're narrating? Step 4, you're going to find images online, take your own pictures or record videos, and you're going to organize the clips so that they flow and relate to what you wrote in the script. See, I found a mistake here. So that they flow, or follow, actually. I messed up. It was follow, and relate to what you wrote in your script. And we'll talk about your script here in a second. You want to keep it short because people on the internet do not have long attention spans. You're going to select music that fits your book's mood and genre. So if it's a sad book, you're not going to pick happy, upbeat music. And then at the end, you're going to have a call to action that tells the audience what to do next. So for example, download on Audible and listen today, or pick up a copy at your nearest bookstore. Okay, step 2 is you're going to watch a video that explains how to use the CapCut editing program. Make your Chromebook split screen so that you can watch the video and take notes at the same time. So when I open this up, it's going to explain how to use this app to edit videos. It's going to show you how to do transitions, how to add text. And while you're watching, I want you to jot down 10 things from the video so that when you go to edit your own video, you can look back and easily remember things. Okay, so that's step 2 for this project. Step 3, you're going to create a storyboard or script. This is basically the plan for creating the plan for what your video is going to be. So this will be completed on paper. So you will get, if you're doing this project, you will get this packet for the storyboard and script. Now, as you're working on this, if you would like to change this template and do something different with your script or video, just let me know and we could talk about it. So we have scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, and scene 6. I'm going to show you what you're going to do with each scene. So for scene 1, the intro, you need to ask a question to hook readers in. So something like, let me think. Do you know somebody that has autism? If so, you might want to read the book Rules by, and then say the author. When you do this scene, you'll have a picture of the cover. You will have some kind of text with the title of the book and the author's name. And then right here, you will write down what kind of music or sound effects are you going to put into that scene. Okay, scene 2 is where you're going to talk about the characters. So you'll have 2 to 3 sentences to describe the main characters. So my first sentence was, do you know someone that has autism? If so, you might want to read the book Rules by blank. Then 2 to 3 sentences to describe the main characters. The book is about a girl named Catherine whose younger brother David has autism. Throughout the book, she tries to teach David rules to make him normal. And then I'm going to check which of the following will I be using in this scene. Am I going to have subtitles on the screen, a voiceover, text to speech? What image am I going to have on the screen during this? Am I going to have an image or a video? And you'll probably have about 1 picture per sentence. Then what music or sound effects is going to be in the background? If it's going to be the same song as the previous scene, just put same. All right, then after that, you're going to have 2 to 3 sentences that describe the beginning of the plot. So I might say, at the beginning of the book, Catherine was excited because a new neighbor was moving next door. She wanted to become friends with the new girl because her other friend, Melissa, was at her other parents' house for the summer. However, she begins to worry that David will embarrass her with his different behaviors. And then how am I going to put this in my video? Am I going to have subtitles on the screen? Am I going to have a voiceover, or am I going to have text to speech with the computer talking for me? You could pick more than one of these. What image or video am I going to have to represent the beginning of the story? So for example, that when I was talking about the new friend that she has, I could have a picture of 2 houses next door. I could have a picture of 2 girls that look like they're friends. I could have a picture of somebody with a face that looks like they're worrying. Same thing, music, sound effects. Scene 4 is the conflict, 2 to 3 sentences that explain the main problem of the book. So I would say something like, the main problem of the book is that Catherine is trying to change David, and she doesn't accept David for who she is. She cares a lot what other people think. I'll check the boxes, tell what image or video I'm using, what music or sound effects. Scene 5 is an important question. So that's where you put your character name. Will Catherine be able to blank? So for example, will Catherine be able to let go and be herself? Check, 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 which one? What image or video am I going to have pop up here? And what music or sound effects? Last thing is call to action, 1 or 2 sentences about what you want your audience to do next. So that's where I could say, download Rules by Cynthia Lord on Audible and start listening today. Or pick up Rules by Cynthia Lord at your local library. And same thing with the music and sound effects. Okay, so after I do my script and I turn it in, then I make my video on CapCut. When you are finally done with your video, you are going to add the link here so that I can watch it and grade it. Okay, so let's look at the rubric for the third project. For the book trailer project, again, it's 50 points. You get 5 points if you create a book trailer that previewed the book and gave background information about the plot and characters without giving away the ending. If you added the link to your trailer to the doc, you get 5 points. Okay, you get 5 points if your video was between 1 and 3 minutes long. You get 5 points if you have at least 5 of the following elements. So you have to have either 5 of these: video clips, voiceovers, images, music, sound effects, animations, transitions, text and titles, stickers, or cartoons. You get 5 points for the notes you took while watching the CapCut video tutorial, which is at least 10 bullet points. You get 5 points for editing your video, and if your video flows together well. If you edit and trim your clips effectively and there's no like leftover time on the video that isn't needed. You get 5 points for your script and detailed outline / plan for the video that you need to create before recording. So the thing that was on paper with the scenes, you get 5 points for that. And then just like the other projects, you get 5 points for capitalization, usage, punctuation, and spelling for a total of 50 points, 20 of those being your cups. So what you're going to do now is you're going to think about those 3 projects. Do I want to create a playlist with songs and with 1-paragraph explanations of how they connect to the book? Do I want to do a poster or artwork, painting or collage with 10 symbols? Or do you want to do a book trailer video for your book using CapCut? Again, you have to have a cell phone or tablet that could record video in order to do number 3. So what you're going to do now on your paper is you are going to pick which project are you most interested in. So you're going to write either songs, artwork, and then tell me what type of artwork you're going to make, or book trailer. And then tell me, why are you interested in this project? So what makes you want to do whichever one you picked? Then you're going to come up with a plan for your project. What is your idea? Like if you're doing the song one, do you have any ideas yet for songs you could use? If you are doing the symbol one, do you have any ideas for symbols? Kind of go through steps of what you plan on doing first. So if I was doing the song project, something I would do first is try to pick my songs. Go through, maybe if I have Spotify right now, what I did is I went through my songs on my liked songs, and I was thinking about the book and adding them to a playlist if I thought that they connected to the book. If I'm doing the symbolism one, I might look up like book symbols and try to see if any of those connect. If I'm doing the book trailer, the first thing that you'll be doing is watching the example videos, and then you'll go to the CapCut tutorial and so on. So you're just kind of writing down what you'll be doing next, any ideas that you have. And then the last box is to create a goal. What should I see in the next few days as you are working on this project?